Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with some more NTW 3 for you today, and we start off with a little bit of action as we have some Dragoons here taking out what would look like a sort of like a chasseur sort of unit there. But yeah, we have an epic 3v3 for you today. I was actually like sent this one by someone that was in the Lord's Discord. They said, "Oh, this is definitely a worthy replay to be on the channel," and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a look, I'll give it a shot. And so we're going to see some different players to usual. We usually see like the similar sort of players when we're playing NTW3, so I thought, you know what, mix it up, have some different players playing, and see what different tactics and stuff they use. But yeah, we'll go over the factions quickly that are going to be in today's video. So obviously we have Russia, as we can see here. They have been fighting, like looks like going to be like one of the French armies here. We have UK, we have the War of 1812 UK, so we're going to see like a lot of Canadian sort of like units. Got light militia here, Stormer militia. Looks like a lot of militia maybe in this army. And then we have Prussia, 1813 to 1814. So that's actually a new faction, I believe, with the new update, because I believe that it was only 1806 and 1815. But so we now got like a Leipzig sort of like an invasion of France sort of Prussia, which would be nice, which is not going to differ too much from 1805, but it may 1815, sorry, but it may have a few differences. We then have two French armies. Obviously, because now with like the whole like you can't see the opposition army, I don't know what factions they are, but this is like the French Prussian one. It's like the Prussian corps that's like in the French army like during the Russian campaign. So we've got that one, which we've had in a previous battles before, and then we've got two of the French armies, which I have no clue about, but I'm presuming maybe like they're going to be 1815 or 1812 or something like that. Maybe like the Spanish, yeah, maybe like the Spanish corps. I'm not entirely sure, but well, not the Spanish corps, but the Spanish armies. But yeah, two French armies anyway, and it's going to be dangerous. It's three French armies against well, three allied armies. I mean, and I would say that possibly Britain being the weakest of those three, because they've got like this 1812 army, which has a lot of militia. But that's just me predicting. I have not really watched much of this replay, watched a little bit, but I would say that that would be my prediction for like the battle. Like Britain here is going to be the weakest. You can see how big their army is. It seems like they also brought like no cav, this Britain army. That could be a problem. They just brought them like a huge horde of militia. Yeah, we've got like, what are these? Dundas embroidered militia. We've got Canadian fencibles, which are nearly militia really. Quebec fencibles. These are like slightly posher versions of militia, to be honest. Okay, we actually have some light infantry here. Some 13th Yellow Banded Robbers, some 13th Foot. The New Brunswick 104th Foot. Yeah, not much in the way of militia, and like actual foot. Which is why the War of 1812 is so embarrassing, I guess, for the Americans, because they get beaten by militia. But with the 1st Royal Foot Pontiers Pilates Bodyguards, that's a pretty cool unit. Big name, long name. Swiss Mercenaries. Okay, the Swiss are fighting for the Brits in this one. That's not usual. Montreal Fencibles. New Brunswick. Yeah, a lot of. I'm kind of interested to look at this army, to be honest. That's why I'm looking over them. English Incorporated Militia. Yeah, wow, a lot of stuff like that. We've got more mercenaries out here. The Swiss, anyway. Anyway, let's see what army. Oh, it looks like this is like gonna be. Is this like the Prussian? No, it's not. This is just some Germans, though. Some Germans fighting for the British. No, for the British, for the French. Some like Weddenberg, I think, by the looks of it. But yeah, so it looks like France looks like they're gonna be the aggressive one today. Britain is certainly setting up in a pretty defensive formation. Apart from this random unit here, I guess maybe this Swiss Merc was designated to try and take the house for Britain, but that's not going to be happening. Oh god, we've got like, well, look like some 12-pounders being moved up to try and deal with the British ahead of them. It looks like maybe this is a like a very heavily German French army by the looks of it. Well, there are some Frenchies here though, so who knows? I wonder if it's the Allemand 18. I can't remember what year it is actually. The German campaign, sort of France. I have a feeling it might be that. Yeah, I mean these Swiss just want to get back. I mean they're gonna need every man they can get. And they do actually have a massive flank over on the French though. Russia, I mean, seems like he's got some pretty good positions. He's got his artillery set up in here. We've got a lot of 6-pounders. These guys look amazing. They've got just like an amazing sight of everything. And yeah, there you go. So we'll hopefully see them in action. Anyway, we are back. Unfortunately, I had to go and just take out a an angry cat that was savaging me. So I was like, right, you know what? If you can't sit here patiently and while I record, then you're getting kicked out. So there you go. Anyway, what is being more savage right now than that cat is this artillery. I'm sure this is gunning down infantry. I mean, I don't know why this infantry doesn't just rush the guns, but I guess they are like got their infantry. I mean, it's actually kind of smart. These are the infantry that are inside the building, but the rest of the unit here is just kind of sad. It's kind of defending the flank, but yeah, they are kind of just gunning down this Merc unit. And there you go, it's gone. First casualty of the battle is some Swiss mercenaries fighting for the British. You never thought you'd hear that. Oh my gosh, they are being brutal to this unit. Yeah, putting holes. Look at this, putting holes into it. Just leave them alone. Shoot someone else now. They should have already fired canister. This is definitely canister range. But yeah, it looks like Prussia's kind of flanking in. He's maybe kind of coming to support the Russian right. He does have a few like rivers and lakes of it, which kind of breaks up his line. He does have this nice building as well to support him. But yeah, I'm seeing quite a, well, I don't know, Prussia's got a decent amount of infantry. Of cavalry, sorry. But I mean, it seems like certainly because the British haven't brought any, the Allies are definitely going to have the cavalry disadvantage, maybe. Russia's brought quite a bit. So, I mean, it could be interesting. What's their infantry like? Please, hopefully they brought decent infantry, because, I mean, Russian infantry is not great. Oh, they're seeing lots of sort of militia units here. Lots of cav, though, appearing here for, like, the Prussian, like, French combo army, as I'm probably going to now end up calling it. And there you got some like chasseurs here. But here we go. This is looking like where the first sort of combat is going to begin. And Britain and France are already getting underway. The rivalry has got underway. But it's not really any French. It's all Germans that the British are fighting here. You're going to start firing? They are very close. Oh, actually, they're not that close for here. Over here, though, it's proper Frenchies. Got some Laguerre. Beautiful volley. Beautiful volley. But I mean, honestly, I mean, these are just militia. They've got to be careful of the British. This is not, they can't be too aggressive. They have, like, maybe numbers. Also, you need to be careful here. Like, your units are overlapping each other. You don't want to just shoot your men in the back. You're going to do a lot of damage to your own morale. Like, these guys have lost 3 men. I bet all 3 came from just friendly fire. Yeah, they're losing more now. They're getting shot in the back. Like, come on, guys. This is the sign of an inexperienced, like, sort of NTW3 player. This is good. I'm seeing like French units already kind of struggle on this side. I mean, in fairness, this French army doesn't. I haven't seen any cavalry yet. I mean, that's also not. There we go. As I say that, French cavalry arrives. This is not good. Oh, that's the first summit of foot. That was a proper infantry unit. And that broke. Oh, great. More Swiss Mercs. What are they doing with these Swiss Mercs? They're just kind of throwing them away. Can they form square? They can form square. We've got like a dragoon unit. Oh, here we go. Lots and lots of cavalry units. They need to form a square. Can they do it? No. Wow. Britain is kind of throwing at the moment. He's very much throwing, and he's just allowed a healthy Swiss mercenary unit just to die. I don't know why it was all the way out here on its own anyway, but it was. What has he got back here? He's got another infantry unit back here. He's got some King's Irish foot that have been kept up here in reserve. They should be sent forward. They sound like they actually might be half decent. I mean, also, it baffles me why you'd leave infantry in reserve until like you've lost the battle or are losing. You want everything at the front. Who's just taking a building? Oh, Prussia took this building that's like on their flank. Okay. France is now appearing with infantry to face Prussia. And Prussia has got a huge battery set up here. This is what, like, how many guns is this? What? This is separate. No, this is all the same one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guns. Oh boy, I hope they're going to be able to do some damage. They can just set up and just rain hellfire onto those Frenchies. But yeah, Britain is struggling, and you can see the cavalry has come in and it's done even more damage, breaking. Oh no, it's broken. The Royal Foot, Pontius Pilati's bodyguards. That is a sad day for Britain. They should not be dying. I mean, they're now forming square. They should have been doing this a long time ago. More Canadian Fencibles breaking. Yeah, France is probably going to clear this up already. Like, I don't know why he's got troops in reserve. These, like, New Brunswick Fencibles. Like, in NTW3, you want everything firing. You do not want like a gun being kept in reserve. Unless you're maybe like the HRE or Austria or Spain, where you need reserves for your army to actually operate and survive. Like, France, Britain, and people like that, you want all your troops on the front line firing. You want every gun firing. It seems like Russia's desperately trying to help. Well, actually, I say that. Maybe not. If I was Russia, I'd be thinking about a general snipe right now for one of these French armies because it's going to be needed to even this fight up. Looks like he's trying to take out artillery. Not a bad idea. I'd be testing to see what was in front of this French artillery, if anything, because if there's French cav nearby, then it needs to be aware that this this artillery here could just be taken up by Russian cav. Yeah, there is actually there's infantry next to it because you can see the bodies appearing, so there is stuff there. Looks like the artillery here doing damage to these. Looks like maybe some hussars or some chasseurs. And they're sick of it. They're going to go after the Prussian artillery. Hopefully Prussia's aware of this and he's going to try and protect his guns. Because this looks like it's the only gun he has. And here he goes. He's a little bit late going, but he's going to get going now. Some dragoons. He fires canister. Oh, be careful he didn't hit his own cav. But he did very well, and that was really, really well done. So he gets canistered off just before his cav actually connects and kind of avoids any friendly fire. Yeah, literally not a single Prussian lost. Really well done. And his gun survives, because that is a big gun artillery piece. I think that is, like I said, is only one. Prussia's army is actually pretty damn big. Okay, of course it loses... They managed to lose one Prussian as they retreat back to their own lines. Wow. Poor guy. Poor guy. Yeah, Britain's already on the retreat. He needs to retreat just to this high ground up here. Use this. Use that as like an anchor. Really, and maybe let the... see if the French will come all the way across to help support against the Russians. But it's going to be the French being attacking. I can see Prussia and Russia both have pretty strong defensive positions. Britain had an okay one, but he certainly... And, oh god, I don't like how he's positioning his army. He's got his troops right up against his rock wall. So they've got, like... They're stuck between literally a hardest point, which is the French, and a brick wall. They are, like, stuck in a bad spot here. There's nowhere for them to go. They either die... out in front, or they get like just try and scale up this slope, which I don't think they can get up. That is not looking good for Britain. Over here, though, it seems like France is quite happy just to stand and look at the Prussians. Like I said, Prussian army is huge. A lot of like reserve infantry. It may not be good though. This is the thing. Size is not all that matters. Quality is also comes into it, and that is what she said, which is But yes. We'll go back to year 8 jokes, it would seem. But you can't resist it. You can't resist it. But here we go. France is on the move. He's thinking, now is the time. These definitely look like they might be Spanish campaign or something. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. These are definitely not Spanish campaign. Oh, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, at the end. Exciting. But yeah, these French troops here, all sorts, really, we've got. Yeah, I'm going to say this might be the Spanish campaign, like French army. They are moving forward. There you go. Prussia opens up. He gets the first volley off with his Landwehr. These men that have just been called out of the fields, given a gun and told, go fight and die for your country. For the fatherland. We got some decent troops here. These are actually some line infantry, which have their funny lampshade hats on. I always love to just remind people of that. You're just going in with the wall, pushing a lampshade on your head. What are you? A lamp? Maybe they are. If so, then Prussia will be doomed fighting moths. But yeah, you can tell that I've clearly like had a lack of sleep because well, we're coming out with some very strange and wild lines today. And there you go, the French actually getting some more kills. It looks like on some retreat British here. Montreal Fencibles being cut down by the French and then gunned down by the British. It's like, how dare you retreat, you Canadian scum! Shoot them all. But yeah, I mean, it looks like, well, France is nearly at the red line here. His army was clearly, it's clearly big. It's clearly a huge one, but it looks like also we're going to see the center fight get underway. Russia and France look like they're about to duke it out. The Russian officer getting ready. They're preparing to fight for the motherland. Brave Russians. I'm excited to see what they do with their cavalry. They brought a lot of it. A lot of dragoons. Seems like France has already had enough of fighting the Prussians here, which is fair enough. Prussia looks like he's going to shift everything that he had over on this flank over to the other side, apart from maybe that unit that's in the building, which is, I don't blame him, and some light cav. But yeah, no, it seems like Prussia at the moment in his position certainly has the advantage over France. He certainly seems to have the better position, and has the numbers and guns. And here we go, Russia is now underway, firing. Reload, boys. I can't imagine actually the Russians have much ammo. Like, surely, like, we're going off World War II. Going off World War II. It's either one has a magazine and one has a gun, and that is it. Oh, more. What's happening here? These guys are literally alive 2 seconds ago. King's Irish foot just getting cut down now by dragoons. What is Britain doing? He's not even protecting his infantry. He's now sending New Brunswick 104th foot and just going to try and, I don't know, maybe he's trying to support that fight. He might win this one. He is right with that dragoon unit, but I mean, he's losing so much infantry to this cavalry. Does he not know how to form square? I don't know. I don't like to be critical of players too much, because some are newer players, but this English player is making a lot of mistakes. I mean, the first one was having no cav. A no cav army build is it's a bold move in NTW3. Russia here, it looks like he's forcing back the French. This does look like it might be the German. I don't know. There's a lot of Germans in these armies. They look like Germans anyway. Maybe they realise they're fighting Prussia today, and we've got some Poles here as well. Maybe they realised they were fighting. Yeah, we got more here, Vistula Legion. But yeah, maybe they realised they were fighting Prussia, and you went, you know what? We need plenty of Germans just so they can communicate. Here we go, French going in. Gonna take out this little like militia unit. This isn't the end of the world for Russia, to be honest. They won't mind losing this. I mean, the French might lose their cav. Wasn't the greatest of... Yeah, they lost their cav. They might return, but even still. That's a bad loss for the French there. Good win there for the Russians. It looks like the French army that's facing Britain is shifting troops over to support against Russia. These troops look like they initially come from the Russian, like from the British front. So Britain might want to think about doing the same. Oh, he's losing it. Wow, he's getting like shelled so much that his troops are being broken. Dundas embodied militia being broken by artillery. That's not so great. Not great at all. Yeah, even more infantry shifting this way. So Russia is about to get overwhelmed. Really, Britain needs to... It's like sat so far back. He needs to really shift up and bring some troops to support against Russia. Prussia's also moving up. He was behind that road. He's now ahead of it. Honestly, I would go for this gun. This gun might be not a bad idea to take out. It's like, what is he even aiming at? It's firing over the lake. But the Prussians getting ready. It's just all like line infantry and reserve line infantry. Prussia looks like he's sending over cavalry maybe to support the Russians. We're starting to turn this flank. And Russia realizes he has to retreat. He's getting like there's a crescent formation forming, and his infantry's being hit by all sorts of sides right now. What is Britain doing out here? He's got Brunswick. Does he think he can get into this building? I don't know. I don't know. What is he trying to do? Is he going to try and fire at them from here? They're not going to be in range, are they? What even is this unit? Probably like a Chevalier or something. Oh, it disappears as I say that. God damn it. Britain's also now just sending forward Swiss Mercs again. Don't know why. I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on here. It's an absolute bit of a mess. At least we've got some like sort of grenadiers here. Grenadiers Pavlovsk. So that's good. It's got like some grenadiers that can be very, very useful. Is this general being hit? No. Kutuzov is not being hit just yet. Interesting. It's certainly really interesting. Here we go. Prussia is now engaged. Prussia is now engaged with the French. I guess they were... Oh, they did take out the gun. Well done to Prussia. He got his like little Hussarian. Took out the gun. They had no cavalry on the side. It's kind of a bad move there by the French. I just love the death noises for, like, death noises for Napoleon are so hilarious. They're just like, who makes that noise when they're dying? Poor guy who makes that noise. Embarrassing. It's not how I want to go out making a funny croaking noise. Seems like more British units being just destroyed by French cavalry. It's so frustrating. I'm not even showing it at this point. I can just see on the mini-map, though, that there's more French cav destroying the British line infantry or militia, whatever it is out there. And here we go. It's a little bit late, but there is now French cav arriving, and it may look like he's going to beeline and go straight for these hussars. Instead, I mean, again, the French losing morale. You can see there's a few units on red. And you can see that they're kind of like... Prussia's getting a little bit of a flank on them. And he's kind of saving Russia a little bit here. And he's going in with his dragoon, his hussars, sorry. And he's going to try and take out these guns. And this is got 4 guns. This is a big battery. And he's going to get in there and take this out. I think France is trying to stop him with columns of infantry. Not a good idea. And here we go. In he goes, and these guns are just going to get wiped out. And there you go. And then we've got a French cavalry arriving, but it's a little bit late. And they're going to go for a general. It's not a bad idea. But it's not going to happen. They did, in fact, get broken. A little bit of a shame, but I mean, that's certainly... This French cavalry now has run across the entirety of the battle just to try and get where it's needed. But it's just been late to every scenario. It did, I guess, save the general, but... Yeah, no, it's kind of been late to everyone. It's not going to be absolutely knackered running across here. Look at this Grenadier of the Line unit. Oh, boy. Excited to see that in combat. Still waiting. I mean, they're sort of dueling out over here again. Britain just getting killed off like militia. I beg that these units can form square. Quebec, Fencibles. At least, yeah, some of the flanking units can form a square. That's at least a plus.
Sir, our general is under attack.
General under attack. Oh, Prussia's being shot at. Okay. I don't blame him for trying to shoot Prussia's general. It's not nice having your general shot or shooting a general. Prussia's like the strongest out of the 3 allies right now. He's actually the one making progress. Here we go. French cav coming forward. Can anything form square? Well, these guys can. These are like lifeguard fusiliers. And more cavalry coming forward, and they look like they're going to try and challenge maybe these Russian goons. Here we go. Russia commits his cavalry arm. There you go. He wins that first fight. And the Russians went in and to try and take out this French infantry. Failed, but they might get this other French cav. They did. They are getting gunned down, though, by the Grenadiers of the Line. Now they're going to go into the back, and they're going to do as much damage as possible to this French infantry here. They're going to get this one. I honestly think that might be enough, though. Any more, and they may just rout. Good to see they're forcing units to form square. They'll get gunned down slowly. These Vishnu Legion here in a bit of trouble. And the Russians did, in fact, win that. Really nicely done. They'll take out this little, like, Polish unit as well. I mean, I guess they just attack anything that just doesn't form a square. Oh, and sadly it broke. But it should return. 57 men, that'll return, surely. But yeah, Prussia is doing really, really well here. Really, really well. And here we go. We've got the like the rest of the French centres, we'll call it, coming forward, because this is a mix of armies now. French centres coming forward, and they're going to try and duel with the Russians once again. Let's have a volley. Fight for your emperor, or even if you're German, fight for your overlord. It's not really your emperor. Volley, volley. More Russian capping shifted to that side. Maybe they think, you know what, that's a weak spot there. We can get through there, but who knows? More French cap being shifted that way as well. They're probably just mirroring what the Russians are doing right now. Just don't blame them, to be honest. Russia's got a nice spot, I think, for a defense as well. I think I do really like his spot. Britain honestly just has to stay alive, which he's kind of struggling to do. These Canadian fencibles did not form square, and they're probably going to die. The Quebec fencibles did not form square and died. What is it going to take for this man to actually just realize what's going on? Is he, like, not even playing? I don't even know. Like I said, I don't like to be rude about players, but what is going on here? Britain is like if this is a half decent player, like for the Allies, this battle would already be lost. Like France is in total disarray over here. On this side, though, they're doing alright. They're doing just... France is holding, but they are starting to also, like, break in some areas. That's a bad sign that they're losing in a firefight to the Russians. The Russians are known for their melee, not for their fight, like, shooting accuracy. But maybe these guys are okay. Who knows? French cav in behind, though. Look at this. And they're going to be able to go after the British general. He's snuck in behind. And, oh, God, this is going to be brutal. Britain didn't need this. He was already struggling. And he's about to lose his gen. And what happens when you have no cavalry? You can't protect your general, your artillery. You didn't even really bring any artillery. You just brought all infantry. Russia's trying to get his gun off here. That is a general dead. That is obviously Britain's general. They're now going to take out this Russian gun. And you know what? This French army over here is slowly turning it around, I think, for his team. Just takes out that entire force. And what we got here, we've got some dragoons. Those Russian dragoons need to come over. We've got Britain turning some light militia around, but a little too late. They have got this other gun, though, with the Russians. What's this? This is a 12-pounder. They should be okay with that. French going in there, trying to now silence the dragoons that are pushed up. I don't know. I think that's a win for the French there. Morale's looking a bit rough. Winning slightly, though, apparently, those dragoons, but hard to say. The French morale for infantry is looking rough right now. And also the Russians over on this side are still chasing stuff down. I think this might be the rallied cav. In fact, did rally. And they've got more Russian cav in behind here. There's Guzari returned. Yep, the French should win this cavalry fight. And now they're going to counter charge and hit the Russian infantry, which cannot form square. Really nice charge. They did break, but are they going to break the Russians as well? They are not. They're not going to break the Russians. But the Russians instead are going to counter-charge. And they're going to go rushing in. I think probably take out this French infantry. It's back and forth over here. Back and forth. And I think the Russians are breaking. Oh, no, they haven't broken, but they're very close. If they got through that Russian infantry, they were onto the general. And Russia's taking a lot of casualties, though, in this firefight. He's done a really good job, but he is getting out of position. He really needs Britain to come over and support. Really does. He also needs... He needs Prussia to clear up quickly. Like, Prussia's doing a really good job. What has been taken out over here? Oh, just like French infantry just been chased down. They could do with finding a general. Could like the Russian cav. The Russian cav could do with finding a general. Like Russian cav and Prussian infantry right now, saving the day for the Allies, keeping them in the game. There's a general here. Is there any? There is cav nearby though. I'm going to presume that's what the Russians are beelining for. Who knows? But Prussia is doing a really good job. I mean, currently where like the French are going, they're going to... Oh, there you go, cav going in. I don't think this is a fight the Russians can win. This is a pretty weak unit. But yeah, no. Oh, that's a really nice position though there. They got there for the guns. 12-pounders setting up right in the center of this formation, and they're probably just going to shell anything in front of them. Really, really nice. They really need to take out a general though, like I said. This general's pretty weak. Lost a lot of men, maybe getting sniped. Oh, cav here. This is healthy cav. Looks like a dragoon unit of their own, maybe. Like a German dragoon unit. And the French have actually beaten off all of the Russian cav here. Russia is now kind of without cav. There is still Prussian cav. We still have some dragoons over here, and looks like the artillery is being supported. They're supporting that. Yeah, not looking good. Oh my gosh, and it's just more British breaking. As a Brit, this is sad to see, but at the same time, I don't assimilate myself with this British player or with the or with these British troops because they're not British, they're Canadians. I don't know, they're just disappointments. They clearly don't drink enough tea to those Brits / Canadians. The Russians here, they're doing their best. Let's have a volley from the 12-pounders. I'd like that. These 12-pounders take a long time to reload. I'm not hanging around for that. We're talking about other guns. Here we go. The 6-pounder But there's a million guns here. Look at this. So this is a problem. France is falling back way past, like the Prussian army here. They need to retreat. Yeah, they should have like made an L and just defended like from this building to maybe that line. I mean, it might be a bit too much, but look at this. The sheer amount of guns Prussia has set up here. Scary. But this is more scary. It's the sheer amount of guns that they've got in Britain that are yet to that have barely been touched. Because Britain is look at this. Why is he not even turning these troops? He's just leaving them to just get murdered probably at some point. He must be AFK, Mr. British player. Must be AFK. No one is that bad. Oh, and we got like one Russian cav left, I guess. He's now dealing with the French in the back, which is good. What's breaking over here then? Oh, it's a little like Prussian scout cav unit. Oh, it's like a hussar unit. Just got broken by those dragoons. They're gonna need to form square. These reserve infantry cannot do that. They have more hussars here though. That is good. They're gonna need them. But yeah, Prussia has got to get a shift on. He's like, I'm not saying he's not, but he's got to move quicker, even quicker than he is currently moving. Like Britain is doing whatever Britain's doing. Russia is trying his hardest to hold on, but he's not got much infantry left. He's got an infantry unit in reserve here. This grenadier unit. He needs to put that back in the front line. They are breaking Frenchies still though. But it seems like there's a little bit of a lull in the battle. All it is all the gunfight going on currently right now is just France routing Britain. Britain is gone. Lost his general, lost his army, lost the plot, really. I don't know what to say to that. It's one of the worst performances I've seen for a British army, really. Or any army, to be honest. It's a shame. It really is a shame. Got grenadiers here as well. That's handy. I mean, I hope they've got more. They're going to need plenty. Russia might need to do a great bayonet charge trying to beat them. French cav going really wide over here. Prussia having to send over hussars. He's got some like National Cavalier here. These guys should do okay. They're going to need to deal with this French cav. If they can deal with that one, I think France is nearly out of cav. There is one in behind here. They're nearly out. Britain is kind of rallying a little bit, and is retreating, but it's a bit late. Your army's gone, man. St. John Fencibles, nice. Oh, they can get up this cliff. Oh, excellent. They weren't quite stuck, but they're nearly done. Glengarry 1st Fencibles. These guys are cool. Scottish unit. But they can't stop the cav. Like this New Brunswick Fencibles are going to die. Oh, dragoons gave them mercy. That's nice. Canadian light militia just getting chopped up. By chopped up, I mean shot, really. It's not really been chopped up at all. I guess you could get chopped up by musket balls, but it'd be pretty difficult. Here we go. There's just a few little French units that have been caught off guard. What's this unit? This is a big unit here. Oh, this is the Grenadiers line. These beauties. Kill these guys. Though they're beautiful men, they need killing. They're a big threat to the Allied hopes. They could probably take on a couple of units of melee. I don't know. Maybe unless it's Russians. Russia's moving forward here. It's a bit of a risk. Is he trying to get into bayonet charge range? I wonder. His grenadiers. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Yeah, big charge, big charge. Here we go. Dragoons going in. Trying to deal with these German troops here. They can't form square. The French have formed square there, though. And I think this might be a failed charge. Ferdinand von Winsenrode. The dragoon unit's about to be no more. I mean, actually, he's going to get out of there. I think it was just trying to, as a cover for the Russian infantry to get closer. But this Russian infantry's got to pull off a miracle right now. Prussia needs to get moving. Like, he needs to support his Russian ally here. Like, Russia is going to die otherwise. But he's getting very close, and these units are already starting to waver. Oh, there's a lot of overlapping though. A lot of overlapping. These like militia units here are in trouble. And cavalry going in again. It's Ferdinand, he's failed. He's routed. Britain just, I don't know why he's falling back so far. He should just try and defend this Russian left. Well, Russia does whatever he's trying to do. It's some wild tactics today. Getting shot on the flank here, that's the sad side. I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to break this unit here. I don't know why trying to break that one in particular. It was no military gain or like strategic gain from it. They should just replace it pretty quickly. But it's cost the Russians like most of their army. And now Prussia has somehow got to turn this around. Prussia has got to come in clutch and somehow win this. I guess maybe they're going to try and go for an LOC like victory. Maybe they have like this 1 point here. If you're new to NTW3, capturing buildings is a way to like win the battle. So if they have the most points, they have this one over here already. So they are 1 point up. The French actually haven't taken any buildings, but there is a 4-pointer here. There's a 4-pointer here. So if Prussia can get both, and they have just taken this one here, literally right in front of us, as we've been speaking about LOCs. So who knows? They may try and go for that sort of victory, because right now it is, well, one. I will admit, I wouldn't say extremely large, but large and healthy Prussian army against, well, 3 French ones. As far as I'm aware, I don't think any of them are. Certainly the one facing Britain is pretty healthy, I think. I don't think it's lost too much. I think it did shift stuff to face Russia, but I don't think any of the French armies are out yet. So, yeah, a tough one for sure. And Russia is trying to hang on here. We've got a few like line infantry here. They've been told to fight and die for their Tsar. Now, come on, boys. But they're outgunned. I mean, they got some returning troops, I guess, but and these guns are, look like they're resetting up, but they're very vulnerable now that they've got no infantry to defend them. Yeah, don't know what Britain's doing. Still got a few infantry units alive, but they're not going to help. I think the first mistake by Prussia was not helping Russia in whatever this push is. And again, this is a massive mistake by Russia. I wonder if Russia, and I would sympathize if it was the case, whether he just thought, you know what, screw it, I'm just throwing my army away, throwing this game because Britain has thrown this game. And I wouldn't blame him. It's about, I wouldn't say I'd do it myself. I would try and fight on hard and do the best I could. That's just the person I am, player I am. But I know some people that was like, screw it, I just want to get into another game where, like, I'm not going to be messed around by my teammate. Britain is just not done his team any help here. Like, and I mean, this isn't good either by Russia though. He has set up, he's got a grenadier right in front, and he's just going to let his guns fire through it. Okay, and then we are back. The replay did unfortunately crash, so I think I've got it back to kind of where we were at. And as you can see, Prussia is now basically all. There is a few British troops. Russia is gone, and Prussia is what is left. And, I do apologize that it did crash. I don't know what is up with the replay, but yeah. We are here, and we are back. And as you can see, the guns for Prussia are very much vulnerable right now. I mean, they've got them all trained, ready on the French troops here. But, I mean, I don't know what hope there is really for the Prussians. I don't know how they're going to turn this one around. But, yeah, they are going to have to try their utmost to do something. They're going to need to get some, like, general snipes, like I said. They're going to have to try and, like, I don't know, pray to the NTW3 gods that there is a chain route, because, I don't know, they're going to need a miracle. These Prussians are good, but I don't know if they're that good. They've shown that they are, they're a strong faction, but I can hear charging, and it looks like maybe the French can come forward and come to these guns. They can get a good volley here. I mean, this is potential for a good, like, canister shot here. Here we go. I mean, they put a big hole into them. It wasn't canister. They need to be firing canister. They really do. And they put holes into this unit, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Morale is certainly going down. They need cannons to go in. They really do. The Cav's ready. They got like hussars behind. Can it charge him? I don't know what unit it is. It's trying to charge for cheese. They're forming square, which is an interesting move. I guess they're worried about the hussars behind them. But yeah, I mean, these 4 units, if they can break that, that's a big win there. Here we go. Hussars pushing forward by the looks of it. They're going to go in. I mean, they can stop the French dead in their tracks in front of the guns. That'd be huge. I mean, that is, I guess, the aim. But I mean, these French are quite flying. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, they need to be careful about friendly fire now. And there you go. In they go. Really good charge there by the hussars. I mean, one had formed square, but these other 3, they could be taken out just like that. I mean, they're retreating already. I guess they are. I don't know. The guns are going to be able to just like fire on them again. I don't know what the French are doing. Just charging. They're definitely not firing at that unit anymore. Those units anymore either. They're firing at the poles along there. Yeah, the infantry's breaking like as it gets close. There you go. I guess they're worried about the cav. I guess that's a small win, and they are kind of winning over here. There are more French troops on the way though, so that's always still a problem. And there you go. France is going in. He's finally going in to try and take out his guns. I don't think they'll stop him though yet. There you go. Break them. And the guns are perfectly fine. They're just carrying on like nothing had happened. Seems like Prussia's doing okay over here. I mean, it's on. Oh, that's not good though. The cavalry's been charged. Looks like it's sort of like a hussar unit or something like that. That's been broken. That is a big loss. What is it? Oh, it's the National Cavalieri unit. There you go. Been broken. That's a shame. That might return. It's still 28 men. That might be healthy enough. But they obviously can see they're trying to defend this house, trying to use that as like a linchpin to try and then hold on to this right flank. Well, they're desperately trying to over here as well hold on, but there's a sea of French. They are thinning out that sea, and you can see here that the general has been broken. Don't think he's been killed. He has been broken, and you can see here this French army has turned it around. But as like this French army being broken has turned it around for the Prussians. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the French army on the French force on its way over here, and this French force over here is still very strong. It's like the Prussian French army, but yeah, it is still going to be a tough fight here for Prussia, who's getting outflanked as we currently speak by some fellow Germans. These boys turning around. They just need to defend that gun. That gun emplacement needs to be defended. But yeah, these guns need to really turn because there's literally nothing ahead of them now. I mean, this is good though. Like, look at this. France coming in like little bits and bobs, and again, like hit. Like, there's one unit here trying to take on what 5, 6 Prussians. Well, actually, 4 Prussians, and then 2 Brits. So I mean, even still, this is not so good for. It's not good for the French. There we go, we get a charge going. And I presume it's well, what is it? I think the French are charging here, but no one doing it. And this is not good, they're overlapping each other again. The Prussians still have a decent amount of cav. They still have these dragoons, they still have some hussars. Yeah, I think they're all just going to run forward from here. This is not a good idea. Your units will be tired. They're already low on morale. And they're just going to run into an absolute, like, firing squad here. This is brutal. And it seems like this, I mean, if you're talking firing squads, this cavalry unit nearly got hit by one. But it is actually going to cut down this French unit here. This dragoons just going to, like, mop these French. And, yeah, I wonder if this is all the French out here. If this is, and that's a bad sign. Lots of braking already. And Prussia's turning it around. Got Bavarians here. You can tell by their light blue and pink look. Here we go. The Dragoons gonna go in. I mean, they might just have to get like right up close, and they may just break out of sheer fear. There you go. They did. They didn't even really need to get engaged. That was enough. And they're gonna cut down these poor Bavarians, and they're gonna throw out that final one. There you go. That flank is cleaned up, and now Prussia can turn all these troops and support. And finally, Britain, with his tiny little few units left, is gonna try and help this fight. Yeah, now they can turn everything and just worry about this. And now Prussia is, I'd say, got like the battle is in his favor now. But yeah, we will see what happens. You can see from like the numbers and the flags, like what's left. I would say Prussia's even at this point, and it seems like his infantry generally is much better. He also has the guns, he has the cavalry, he has all the assets. It also seems like France is just insistent on charging stuff. Well, I think, well, yeah, I don't think the French have any guns. They have just sent in their cavalry, and a bit of a mad charge here. I don't think this is going to win. Yeah, that did not win. But yeah, let's wait for the guns here. Going to get a nice little volley in a moment. I mean, they got clear line sight. We will see. We will see. I mean, they want to hit this unit right now while it's in square. I mean, that's a good unit to go for. Prussia wants to be, I would say, start being aggressive over here. Not too aggressive, but maybe like a little bit. You don't want these French units to join up. I mean, you really don't. I mean, that's like the last thing you need. But good to see here. Look at this, 4v1, and then there's a cav unit as well, just on the side, just to make sure there is guns over here. By the looks of it. Yeah, they want to maybe take those guns out at some point. Just. Why not? Yep, Dragoons can send over there to deal with them. But all it needed was one little cav unit to charge these guns earlier, and they should have could have done with it. Oh, the French returned in the back here. Are they really just running them forward? These units look nice though. This French uniform here looks mighty fine. A Landwehr here, they're doing their bit. I mean, Landwehr are not the greatest units, but if they just end up in a line battle, they'll hold for ages because there's a lot of them to kill. I mean, they still break earlier than normal, but they still take some time to break. What has been going on here? Did they just raze this building to the ground or something? Like the French? I don't know what happened here. But they did obviously take out gun to the Prussians, so that's one less unit to deal with. All the French are returned here, so the Prussian cav might need to deal with them. The British have got their marines, their fencibles here. And I presume that's the Prussian dragoons I can hear charging, but they're a long way off. As you can see here, France is... he's kind of getting sandwiched. He's a bit sandwiched here. They've got troops over here somewhere as well. There's still a lot of French troops. And he seems like this time he's not going to be just charging in willy-nilly, though he is just going to allow his troops to get shot in the back here by... the French are just shooting the German allies ever so slightly. It's just little bits like this, they could change a battle. Your micro needs to be so good in NTW3, making sure there's no friendly fire, there's no... anything like that sort of thing, like friendly fire, no overlapping units are gonna just hit each other. You don't want your troops to go in front of front lines. Just little things like that. You can change a battle. And you make sure you all your troops have the right angles as well, so they're actually the units hitting stuff. Prussians here, they've done their country proud. Frederick the Great would be very proud of this. He'd be like, this is a victory comparable to one of my own. You see here, they're swinging around. They want to swing around this right arm here, to be honest. Get these boys in the fight. And they are trying to get out positioned here by the French. French are not giving up. They really want to take this building. Don't blame them. Still going to take another building, though, from the Prussians if they want complete victory. Smart as well by the Prussian player here. Prussian, the Franco... I'm going to call them the Franco-Prussians. It's not a bad name for them, but it's just going to confuse you with the conflict. But yeah, I mean, they're trying to swing around, trying to avoid this gun position. I don't blame them. The guns are, following them around, as you can see, but they need to reset up and, face this way. But yeah, I mean, I guess if the Prussians hold the 2 buildings, it's a victory for the Prussians. I mean, I think they could win the battle anyway outright. They don't need to just go for LOCs. Like I said, they have everything that they need. I mean, they want to take out this general. This is what they want to be going for. I mean, if they can pin down all this infantry here with the British and the Prussian troops and the guns, and the Dragoon here just has free reign to go in and just take out this general. And as long as, well, he might be more well rested, but still, this Dragoon, yeah, very tired. Yeah. Hopefully, he'll eventually catch them. Oh, this is not looking too good over here, though. I mean, I don't know. Prussians starting to waver a little bit. Oh, they were for a moment. They've since regained their resolve to fight and die. These troops just need to flank on round. Just be aggressive at this point. The same on this side, just flank around. We want to get as many guns firing on these French as possible. Talking about guns, are these ones set up? No, they are nearly. Here we go. Britain with his last few troops. It's such a rough start. And I mean a rough start as in probably the worst starts I've ever seen. Here. Oh, and there you go. The French finally go for a charge on these guns. It took them a while. They're going to try and go for it. I honestly don't think they're going to win. And look at that morale. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. The Cavs come back across. They really want to keep these guns alive. Oh, and it looks like the Prussian guns are going to go. The Dragoons coming in, though. They might save it. There you go. They got the French just about. And they are on the run. They are on the run. But I'm going to just fast forward now because the battle is nearly over. And I think we know who is going to be the victor. It's going to be the Prussians. They are just out-positioning the French. I mean, they still have these Grenadiers of the Line still alive. Get these boys in the fight somehow. I feel like they've not seen enough action. I mean, there's mere minutes left for the French or the Prussians to try and clinch it. I honestly don't see either side getting a decisive victory at this point now. Both sides are kind of frittered away any chances. I feel like Prussia more, but not out of criticism. They did a good job. They were on their own. But yeah, they definitely like the French. The French have no choice but really just to hold on. They maybe want to try and go and get some capture points and try and even this fight out to when it comes to like LOCs. I bet the Russian player is feeling mighty stupid now that he just threw away his army. Because his team is going to go on and probably win a victory here. But in his own way, he did help gain victory. I mean, his cav was very, very useful early on in the game and mid-game. And he did sort of, well, as I say, he did take some of the pressure off Britain. Even though Britain didn't need any pressure, he could still crumble anyway. But yeah. It is going to be, there you go, the French breaking on this side. And now this whole horde here of Prussians can rush over, and that is going to be the battle. I think I can't see the French coming back to re-engage. They've just got too little now to deal with anything. They will probably regret destroying this building here because they can't take it now. It's just a charred mess. It's just a burnt. I mean the nearest one. I mean the one they're going to need is a 4-pointer anyway. They're going to need a 4-pointer, and there isn't any. Well, too close. I guess maybe the one all the way over here. Like on the map is probably the nearest one. The French army is somewhere around here, so I guess they can maybe rush for that one. Well, actually, I say that. That's kind of actually behind the Prussians. No, I don't think there's any near them at all. The Prussians have done a really good job. I presume the French army is somewhere near this general. And we are about to see probably a draw, it's going to say, but I would say it's a Prussian victory. There we go. Yeah, a draw, but I would say this is very much a victory for the Prussians. They turned it around. And what a battle. And I mean, he literally single-handedly won this this game for his side, really, I'd say. But yeah, so well done to WSP Magister, who was playing as the Prussians. Yeah, he did a really, really good job. I'm bad at this game. I mean, Russia was not bad, but he wasn't great. He did average pretty much. And yeah, Rex Sinker just not good. yeah, one of the worst performances. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying he's a bad player. It's one of the worst performances anyway. Like, I don't know, he may have just had a bad day. I don't know. But Heine, who was playing as France Austria, did the best for his team, getting 1,800 kills, most in the game. Wieldling here, who was playing as like the France like Spanish campaign, getting nearly 700 kills. So it's still low kills. And then we've got Flaxsturm here playing as like the Russian North Army, getting like 500 kills. We quickly go over some of the stats. 237 kills with his artillery is insane. Don't usually see artillery getting the most kills. Dragoons getting 222, Lion Infantry getting 100, and then everything else getting less than 100. So, yeah, I mean, well done to Prussia. Turn that one around. Thank you to everyone that watched. If you enjoyed, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. Feel free to join the Discord. Link down below in the description as well. And, yeah, until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one.